Kabbalah is an ancient mysticism that decodes the Old Testament, and it explains how the stories that are in the Bible are not meant to be taken as literal history lessons, but rather it teaches us universal spiritual wisdom, the journey of the human soul, and decodes the stories within the verses and makes them relevant and practical for the energies that exist in this world today. It's a deep universal study of spirituality that goes beyond race, beyond religion, beyond ethnicity, beyond gender. It is universal. Anybody can study it. Anyone can apply the tools. There are no rules and limits as to who can study or who these spiritual laws apply to. They apply to us all. Becoming aware of these spiritual teachings, whether that's from the source of Kabbalah or another spiritual source, there are certain universal laws that apply to everyone, whether or not you believe in them. It's by becoming aware of the way that this universe works and the way that the laws are set up. This is what allows us to work with those universal laws and begin to really live our lives in alignment with who our soul came on this earth to be. And as this video is titled, "What does Kabbalah say about manifestation and how we can manifest our desires?" Once again, Kabbalah is based on the Old Testament, which is the only book that is said to actually be written directly by God. Like, no human wrote this book. God directly wrote these words, and humanity has been changed forever since that point. So there's obviously a lot of value and a lot of very deep and profound information that we can find hidden within the text of the Old Testament. Kabbalah is the study of the secrets that are hidden within the words, with the codes in the Old Testament. Now let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rahaza, and if this is the first time that you're seeing my face, then welcome. It's so nice to have you here. I believe that we were all created to create the best world possible, and that begins with us creating the best world possible for ourselves, so that way we have that full cup energy to give to the people around us in our lives and the world. In case you're new here or you're not yet signed up, I have a free weekly newsletter where I dive into the weekly energy based on a Kabbalistic perspective, and I share the story of the portion of that week. I first share a little quick synopsis of what the story is, then I share a breakdown of the codes that are hidden within the story, and then I break it down and make it practical so we can utilize the energy of the week to our advantage, so we understand the energies that are at play in our world today. Once again, these are meant to be codes that symbolize energies that exist in the world today, and if we know about these codes, we're able to utilize that information to our advantage, and we're able to stay in alignment, work with the energies, maintain our certainty, elevate our soul, and manifest our desires. So if you're interested in signing up for the free newsletter, I'll link it in the description. You can also find it at rahaza.com/newsletter. You'll get the email to your inbox once a week, and boom bada boom. So starting off with the juice of this video, I want to share one very big fundamental concept that Kabbalah talks about and teaches about, and that is that humanity is on this earth to receive. We were born to receive. We were meant to receive. In fact, Kabbalah actually translates into English to mean to receive. Lekabel means to receive. So Kabbalah is the study of how to achieve the most out of our life, the most fulfillment, the most love, the most abundance, the most spiritual wisdom and understandings. It's teaching us how do we receive, but a very important distinction, and I'm going to get more into this as the video goes on, is receiving what? And is receiving how? Receiving, how are we receiving, and what are we receiving? Because the answer to these two questions makes a huge difference, and we're going to get into it. Now, Kabbalah teaches us that the creator, God, the universe, whatever term, label you want to identify the creator source as, I personally say the creator, or I say the light. The creator wants to give us endlessly. The creator wants us to have absolutely everything that we could ever desire. But then the question becomes, if the universe wants for us the absolute best and wants us to have everything as Kabbalah says, what is blocking us? What is stopping us from actually calling that in, manifesting, and having everything that we want right now? That's a great question. And to answer it simply, do not see the full picture. We are very limited in these human vessels, these human bodies. We have a very limited perception and understanding of this world. We have a very limited understanding of what is right for us and what is wrong for us. The Creator doesn't have that limitation. The Creator sees exactly what we need in this life for our soul's evolution. We will always get the perfect challenges, the perfect situations, the perfect circumstances in our life that reflect to us our current belief system, that reflect to us the blueprint, or the tikkun, as Kabbalah says, our soul's correction that we came into this life with. What are our natural tendencies? What are our programmed beliefs and the way that we view this reality? These are the things that are like the blueprint and the makeup of our human identity. So every single one of our makeups are so unique. There are no mistakes in creation. The first question that we want to ask ourselves when we want to manifest something is, what is my purpose and what is my intention for desiring this thing, for wanting to manifest it? And there's really only two ways that you could answer this, and you have to be very honest with yourself here, because the truth is you can manifest anything. Okay, you can. But will it be fulfilling? Will it be lasting? Or will it be a short circuit? Will you spend your life fighting for this desire and then crash and burn later on, realizing it wasn't the right thing for you? Or will you spend your life in a state of consciousness that is of certainty, that is connected to the light, connected to the Creator, things always constantly going in alignment and going your way because you're in alignment, because you've raised your consciousness to such a state that you have certainty that even if things don't work out exactly the way that you thought they would in your mind, you're still having certainty and gratitude. Now, back to the point that I was getting at earlier, is there are only really two ways that we can have an intention to manifest our desires. The first way is, do I desire this thing because by receiving this thing, I'm going to be able to give more to the world and give more of myself to the people around me, to my friends, to elevate this world, to bring us to the next level of humanity in a positive direction? Or number two is, am I just doing this for myself alone? For a selfish desire, because it's all about me, because I want to feel good? Or is it I want to feel good because by me feeling good, I'm able to give to the people around me. I'm able to make a positive difference in the lives of everyone else. And by the way, I mentioned this concept in my book, Becoming a State Shifter, because this is such a subtle but extremely important distinction that we have to make. Because if we're desiring something only for ourselves, that is a limited desire. The desire stops with us. We get the desire and like, boom, it's a dead end, nobody else benefits, and it's not infinite. But when we receive a desire that then helps better the world, that's a limitless desire, because it doesn't stop with you, because it keeps on giving and ripples on and on into the people around you. I can give you an example. Let's talk about growing on social media. You can desire to grow on social media from a desire of, because it's about me, because I want the validation, because I want to get likes, because I want to be famous, because me, it's my life, it's my desire. Or you can come from it at the desire of, I want to be seen on social media because the more eyeballs are on my message, the more souls' lives are changing for the better. The more that creates a ripple effect on humanity, and humanity gets to evolve and elevate, and we all get to just be here together in this community and build a beautiful, loving, more positive world for our generation and the future generations to come. Same desire of growing on social media, but now the intention behind it is different. It moved from a limited desire of just me, I want it because of me and my selfish desire and my ego and my fears and my desire for something to fill the void within me, versus I want this not just for myself, but for the world at large, for every single person around me. Me being in love, it's not just about me. It's not just about me receiving, but it's actually about this harmony, this beautiful cycle and harmony of giving and receiving love to someone else. And that love that two people can have with each other, it doesn't just end with the two people either. Because when two people are happy and in love together, they're able to work together and create magic in this world and inspire other people. It's always about, what is our intention with the desire? It's always the question that we have to come back to and ask ourselves. Now, another very important point that connects to this is, let me ask you this question. Is the Creator limited or limitless? Obviously, the Creator is limitless. The Creator does not have the same limitations that us human beings have. And we know that in order to manifest, like has to attract like. Kabbalah talks about how we need to act like the light in order to receive the light. We want to be like the Creator to receive light from the Creator. The more elevated we are in our consciousness, the more things will just align in our lives. Things will just work out for us. We will see the light being present in our life. Everywhere we look, we will see signs from the universe. We will feel connected. We will see blessings and miracles because we are in alignment with that. And now this is what we want to focus on manifesting and attracting in our lives, is this closeness to the light of the Creator. That should be the number one thing that we want to manifest over any other physical desire that we may have. Are we still going to want to be in the relationship? Yes. Are we still going to want to attract abundance? Yes. Are we still going to want to have the perfect health, XYZ desire that we may have in this physical world that we want to see? Absolutely. But our number one desire before every single thing in the physical world needs to be is the desire to be close to the Creator. Because when you're connected to the light, you're connected to the Creator, every other area of your life naturally aligns into place. Because the light of the Creator has everything for you. You raise yourself in consciousness and you are tuning yourself in to that reality, the miraculous world, as I call it in my book, that reality of infinite possibilities, of infinite potential, of miracles happening on a consistent basis. So Kabbalah teaches, and this is something I completely agree with and I've seen in my own life, is when we have a desire for something physically in this world and we're so hell-bent on it happening exactly the way that we want it to work out for ourselves, and we're stubborn about it, and we're like, it needs to go my way, I am not going to stop affirming until it happens my way. Usually what happens is we feel lack, we don't feel good, we feel like we're missing something in our lives. Yes, you can get your desire that way, but are you getting the fulfillment with that? It's like you're fighting yourself, you're fighting your reality. When we let go of the specifics, that doesn't mean you're letting go of the desire. It means you're letting go of the attachment to things needing to go exactly your way. Because what happens is most of the time anyway, we're going to receive something even better than our desires when we do let go and have that certainty. That certainty in the light of the Creator is the number one thing that you need to have. An affirmation that I love to say is, I am open to receiving what's best for me and best for the world, because sometimes I'm too limited. Sometimes I may think I want XYZ, but maybe it's meant to come in another way. Maybe I just need to let go of the idea of it being this specific person, or of it being this specific job opportunity, or this specific amount of money, and say, this is my intention, universe, this is how I do it. I talk to the universe and I say, this is my intention, this is what I desire, but I'm gonna let go because I know that you know better for me. I know you know what's best for me in my life. I'm going to let go and trust that if it's not this that's going to come in, it's going to be something way better than I could have imagined. So from that point, you're actually more focused on having the certainty, meaning connecting with the Creator more. You're focused more on your connection with the light than your obsession with the desire. Does that make sense? Our goal should be first connecting with the light, first connecting with God. Then our desires will come. It's not, choosing one over the other. It's having certainty that by choosing the light, by choosing your highest path in your soul and opening yourself up to being guided by the universe, your desires will manifest. But it's actually probably going to be way better than you originally anticipated. And I am speaking from firsthand experience because I did go down that route of trying so hard to manifest this specific thing, and I was really hurting myself almost by really trying to force this thing to happen in my life. As soon as I let go and I started saying affirmations like Neville Goddard's "Isn't it wonderful?" and everything just works out the way it's naturally supposed to in my life, and I'm in alignment and I'm connected to the light, and I started saying those kind of affirmations, more connecting myself with the light, I started getting these ideas and these downloads for businesses, and I started manifesting people in my lives, and so many things that I can't yet talk about because they're still unfolding themselves in the most beautiful way. But the point is that we do not see the full picture. Our job is not to see the full picture. That will come. Clarity will come over time. Our job is to maintain the certainty, maintain the connection with the Creator, and know there's no coincidence and everything will work itself out in your best interest. But it's not going to work itself out in your best interest if you're not focused on that. If that is not your number one desire, is to be connected with the light. We all want to be the creator of our reality. We want to manifest exactly what it is that we think is best for us. But there also comes a time where we need to humble ourselves and realize we are just human. And while we do have the power of the Creator living within each of us, sometimes it's okay to say, I don't know if this is best for me. Maybe it's just not the right time for me to have this thing. Maybe I'm not ready. Maybe this isn't the best thing for my path, or maybe it is. But maybe there's so much better out there for me that the universe sees, and because I desired this thing, the universe is like, oh, you want the best of the best? All right, then you gotta go through this challenge first, or then you gotta be patient and wait through this experience. And we do not know how the universe is working itself out, and it's not our job to. It's our job to remain with the consciousness of certainty that things are working themselves out in our best interest. So repeat that affirmation. It's this or something better, this or something better. Don't give up on your desires if you see things not working out exactly the way that you anticipated them to go. Be open. And it's like such a relieving, like freeing feeling to like breathe, drop your shoulders, like allow yourself to let go of it needing to be perfect, and accepting and realizing and having the certainty that it already is. That's another thing, another affirmation that's been really a huge theme that I've like kept seeing everywhere popping up in my life, is like the way that you attract everything is by knowing you already have everything. Like, what a breath of fresh air to know, like, I need anything. I have it all already. That is what I call certainty. That is what I call being connected to the light of the Creator, is know that you already have everything you desire. And with that knowing, that is the exact certainty, the exact knowing that calls in everything you desire. I want you to ask yourself the following questions. But before I read out these questions, I want you to leave below an emoji of a star, because we got some stars on my nails today for the festive holiday spirit. So leave below a star emoji to let me know that you have made it to this point of the video. And I want you to ask yourself the following questions when you think about your desires and what you're manifesting right now. Number 1, why do I want this desire? Number 2 is, how does me having this desire actually help the world? Number 3 is, what can I desire, or what more can I desire to create more light and positivity in this world? So I hope that was helpful. That's all for me in this video, guys. I hope you got value. If you did, please leave this video a like and a comment down below letting me know what's the most valuable thing you got from this video. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!